Do you think the Rockets have dug themselves too deep a hole here?
Yes, I do. I feel like they've lost their identity.
Yeah.
Last year as a team, we saw the whole menu. We saw them playing well on the defensive end. We saw their offense is very potent, and we thought that they were going to be the team that can compete with Golden State. But now they've lost that edge, and Trevor Ariza is the reason why they've lost that edge. Because
so you're still putting it all back on that? I feel like it's got to be more than that. There's got to be more. Well, they don't look like that. I mean, the soul of that team looks so different.
Well, I think once you lose that defensive intensity,
that
you lose
translates.
a little bit of the edge.
Yep.
You know, we talk about Golden State and how great they are offensively, but they're even better defensively.
Yep.
You know, and we don't give them credit for that. And Houston Rocket had made that jump last year, and now I think they put themselves so far back that, you know, they're 13th team in the league. I mean, that's unheard of. When you're talking about a year ago, you could beat the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, we want to see you two in the finals, and we did, but they're not as close as we thought they were.
You know, Eric Gordon said something to The Athletic last night.
This was amazing.
Yeah, he just said, we're not having fun. I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
And he's just said that, you know, that's not something that we had last year.
I want to read the quote here. I'm just not having fun, man. I'm just not. This sucks. Even the times where I have a good game, we're just not using guys the right way. Are we going to make the right sacrifices? Do we have the right attitude? Last year was the best year I've ever had being part of a team. We just never had a bad moment.
I think it just goes to what Scottie said. Last year, they were playing for a championship. Remember, they won 64 or 5 games. I don't remember what it was.
Yes.
From November onward, they were thinking about playing for a championship. The fact that we're even discussing whether they're making the playoffs or not is irrelevant. They have fallen from the elite level of championship contenders, and I think they're all having a hard time, getting used to that. And some of these guys got paid in the offseason. Clint Capella got paid. Chris Paul signed a huge contract. This team, even though they gave up some of their role players, was not intending to take a step back. They are pushing, and it makes me wonder whether or not Daryl Morey is willing to get radical. We already saw that he made an offer of 4 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler. Is he willing to do something to this roster?
But what could he do, right?
That's the point. I mean, I'm sure he's...
Who is out there? What could he do? And by the way, this team is already into the repeater luxury tax. Is that correct?
They're in trouble with the repeater, but you also have to realize that you can't worry about 3 years from now. You got to play for now. When they re-signed Chris Paul to that number, they said we're playing for now. So that's one of the things that's a bigger issue. You're not saying, well, we can get this together. Like, this is it. Their window is you're in the middle of it right now, and that's why I would be a little bit depressed, is that, as you said, there isn't a white horse riding in. And
I just don't see anyone available in the trade market that's going to be like, oh, man, when Jimmy Butler was available, I think you could have said, wow, he is that kind of defensive presence, Scottie,
yes,
and that can also do stuff on offense that would be really shore up that team. I don't see anyone of that caliber. Kawhi Leonard is no longer available.
Today,
Jimmy Butler is no longer available.
6 weeks, somebody could become available. We'll see.
I don't know. When you're that close, Scottie, when you're that close to, as you said, the Rockets like to say we were a hamstring away from beating the Golden State Warriors and look, they were up in Game 6. They were up in Game 7. How can you not come back the next year and have that fire to do it this year instead?
For me, I think they got worse. The roster got worse. I didn't think that they filled the void of losing one of the top defenders in the game. Clint Capella doesn't control the paint for them, so they lose the paint as well. But when you can't defend in this league, you cannot win. I don't care how good your offense is.
Yeah, and I guess you're right. Once they know it, it just saps everything from them.